Hey guys, good morning. This is Dan, and this is my channel Engelgeist. I'm off a day. We are doing Thursday the 23rd. Today, that I'm filming right now, is 422, which actually I forgot to mention this in yesterday's forecast. The numerological values of 422 2020 would be 422, drop the zeros, 22. So it'd be 4222, right? Which would be like total angel number days. But then when you add up all of those twos, it's actually 444, which is the 444 portal. So crazy. Anyways, so I just wanted to acknowledge that this morning as I filmed for tomorrow. For those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much through your monthly subscriptions. If you want to support me at patreon.com, please feel free to go over to patreon.com and look up Engelgeist 333. You can then choose a selection level or a subscription level and subscribe to the channel. You'll get to be in polls where you get to vote on which decks we use during the month for the monthly forecasts. You'll get to be get special readings and all sorts of stuff over there. Okay, so and I will be showing my Patreon subscribers a little bit more love too as I get into the beginning of May. There's going to be some surprises coming out over there for those guys. So this is the forecast for now because I didn't write down yesterday's cards like an idiot. This is for Thursday the 23rd. All right, so we're filming it a day early. We are actually right now in the 444 or 422 portal. So this is what we've got to look forward to. We had a lot of chakra cards this week, a lot of sort of, energy shifting, opportunities to sort of reflect from higher spaces. I hope that you guys are doing that. I know that's maybe not easy during this time, but you want to be doing that as much as possible. This is a forecast for the greater good. So it is a broad spectrum forecast that reaches a lot of people, all those that watch it. It is a timeless message, so if you're watching it and it's not the 23rd of April, that doesn't necessarily mean that the message isn't for you. So keep on watching. There might be something for you that you're in vibrational alignment to at this moment. So let's see what the cards want us to know. Oh, wow. Okay. So we've got the third eye chakra. Wow, there's a lot of chakra energy going on, guys. I hope you guys, with all of these chakra cards, we need to be meditating. I hope that, and even if it's a waking meditation, I don't want to sound like like I'm harping on you guys, but these chakra cards keep showing up, reminding me that we need to be going to these energy centers and cleaning them out, touching base with them, acknowledging them, loving them. Our third eye is located. Can you shut up, cat? It's too early in the morning. You have food and a good life, okay? It is the sixth chakra is in our third eye, which is behind our eyes, in the middle of our head. This is where our intuition, our clairvoyance, our pineal gland is housed, right? This is where our sort of clairvoyant information comes from, premonitions, things like that. So this is a chakra that's actually very powerful. It can help us to sort of understand situations from different perspectives, from a more spiritually based perspective. And it's something that's calling out today that we want to be utilizing as, say, this 4-4 portal energy closes up. We are going into this new moon in Taurus, I believe tonight, actually, which will be last night when you see this forecast. But that new moon energy lasts for a few days, and it's all about creation. And Taurus is all about earth energy and the ability to create. Taurian energy is very strong, very earthy, sometimes slow-moving energy, but it gives us the option to create what it is we want. With this third eye chakra here, it says to me, see it in your third eye. See it like yesterday's grounding stone was vision. See the vision, ground in the vision through your third eye and make it happen, guys. There's power there in that thought. The thing about the third eye and the crown chakra to me is they are detached emotionally. And we need to keep mind of that. We're heading into the latter part of the week, and we saw, I want to say, what was it? It was the sacral chakra and the throat chakra coming up as the underpinning chakras of this week, right? We've been seeing a lot of chakra cards. So that sacral chakra is our emotional center. So I feel like we should be working on our emotional center in the background, checking our emotions. How do we feel about something emotionally? Is it making us feel good, bad, or otherwise? And then from there, rising up into our sixth through meditation. And a meditation doesn't have to be formal. We don't have to sit in a chair and go out of body and get all packed, you know. We can have an active meditation where we start to visualize things with our third eye, visualize things how we want them. That's the power of this new moon. That's the power of the energy of Taurus. We put that strength and that like sort of, I don't want to call it stubbornness, but perseverance is a good word for Taurus. Tauruses know how to persevere, like not give up. They push through and they make things happen with that strong, beautiful earth energy. So the new moon being in Taurus gives us the opportunity to start to build new, but also to start to build with that strength and oomph that Taurus energy has, okay? So seeing that vision in our third eye right now, while also like kind of cleansing our sacral, our second chakra, bringing it down in size, bringing it to a place where we are not being emotionally overrun, and we can rise up into these higher chakras and sort of look at things from places of positivity and what we want versus what's actually happening and how it's making us feel. When we start to envision those things that we want from that third eye, that's when we want to tap into that second chakra and start to feel how it would feel to have the world be that way. If the world were healed, how would that feel? And start to feel it as if it's already happening, right? Because that's the power of creation. That's the power of manifestation. That's when we start to kick in and really start to shift our immediate environment first. And then if enough of us do that to our own immediate environment, everybody's larger environment will also begin to shift, and we'll start to see improvements with pandemic issues. We'll see improvements in our own health. We'll see improvements in our own mental state of being. So this is what I feel like these chakras are calling out to us to do. Now, the next card, this is an emotional, this is a mental card. This is the blue border. This is the nine of what would be the nine of swords. Now, traditionally in a tarot deck, the nine of swords to me represents worry, nightmares, unneeded sort of stress, okay? But with this deck in particular, this being an Oracle Tarot sort of hybrid deck by John Holland, and if you're interested in this deck, there is a link in the pull-down menu to purchase it. If you purchase it through my link, I do get a percentage of the sale from Amazon. It's a great way to support me. This, to me, speaks to, yes, she's suffering, right? But this doesn't have the harshness of the traditional Tarot Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords, to me, is always a woman laying in bed, woken up from a nightmare with all of these swords above her head, like in her mind, and she's reaching out into the future. I feel like this woman here, we might be suffering in silence. Where's my beautiful pointer? We might be suffering in silence, right? Sitting on our own rock. We may have a friend over here in isolation on this rock, and a friend on this rock in isolation. But there is a new day dawning. And nines represent sort of completion for us individually, right? So this Nine of Swords says to me that this suffering will be coming to an end at some point. We have to allow it to happen. This silence also, I want to say, is taking me to this place of that throat chakra that we saw towards the end of the week. We saw the sacral and we saw the throat. The sacral is your second chakra and houses your emotions. Your throat houses your communication and your clairaudience. To me, when I'm looking at this card, it feels like she is looking to a new dawn. Yes, this has not been an easy run for any of us, right? That's this nine aspect of this card. That's the struggle that's happened in this card. That's the suffering that's happened in this card. We maybe have suffered in a lot of silence. We've maybe kept our thoughts or our feelings to ourselves in an effort to kind of maybe not give in to the heaviness of what's going on. But I feel like this says to me that a completion is coming with this. We need to get up into our third eye and see the reality that things are changing, things are shifting. The world will be different. Don't get me wrong, our world will be different, but there will be a way that we are going to be able to relate to it that will no longer feel as lonely or as suffering as we have felt up until this point. There's a strength in this card, you understand? There's a mental strength, like this whole scenario that we've been through, this whole self-isolation that we've gone through, if we've utilized it in a way to kind of get in contact with ourselves spiritually and mentally and emotionally, we're actually creating the energy of this nine card, which allows us to see better horizons coming in the future. Right? I'm not saying this nine means everything is going to go back to normal and be fine and dandy. It says that there is hope on the horizon. There is opportunity to be had. There is things to be seen. that we need to focus ourselves on this rising sun, this coming dawn, this new morning, this new world, this new way of being. And we need to make the most of it and understand that there's a purpose for it. There's a higher purpose for it, and that we are benefiting from it at some level. But we're not going to see that if we're not utilizing our upper chakras and detaching ourselves emotionally. Okay, that's also the suffering in silence aspect. The silence aspect to me says, like, yes, we may be suffering, but we're not giving voice to that, right? We're not like sort of going, oh my God, my life is so horrible. Oh fuck, I'm fucked. This is screwed. It's never going to get better. We don't want to do that. We want to look at it from a higher perspective. We want to communicate what is working through our throat chakra. We want to tone down that emotional center in the sacral that we saw on Sunday, and then start to begin to communicate what can we do to make ourselves feel better, to feel more in alignment with what is going on around us. Because what is going around us is so much of a bigger change. And I'm not talking just pandemic. There's situations like with people's jobs, people's housing, people's love lives, people's just your world in general is shifting and changing in ways that is I don't want to say a struggle, but it's got magnitude, right? And it's changing us as a result. It's changing how we look at things, how we see things, how we feel about things. But I think that those changes are actually for our benefit. We need to take that in and believe in that. Now, the vibrational energy card is the Upon a Star card. This is a beautiful card. Every time I see this, I say this is when you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. What is she doing here? She's dreaming and wishing. What was I talking about earlier about the vision stone from yesterday? The stone that underpins all of this is that stone of clarity that we had on Sunday. We need to get clear in our third eye, in our emotional center, in our sacral, and communicate clearly from our fifth what it is we need so that we can shine bright, so that we can be sort of connected to our own spiritual divine nature, understand our own beauty, our own power, our own strength, and that we can get through anything. Right? We are stars in meat cases, basically. We have this beautiful spiritual energy within us that as we tap that and we shine that forth and we allow ourselves to be that, we allow that to be our vibration, we create that onto the earth. And wishes and dreams absolutely can come true out of sort of, struggle, strife, and painful situations. It's happened before throughout our history, and it's happening yet again. We just want to be more consciously aware that we're helping to create that at this point. Now, the stone, the grounding stone, what we want to ground in during the day today is laugh. Keeping that in mind, it's very simple. Try and stay buoyant. Try and stay in humor. Heaviness has a hard time sticking to humor. You don't want to let this, reality of, say, the media or, other people's sad experiences, those sort of things. And I know that sounds callous to some people that they say, oh, then you don't care. Like last night, somebody told me that I was nasty because I was handling somebody rather firmly with how they're dealing with a death in their life. And I have to say this, it serves no one if we sink our vibration down to meet them at their level. That's the truth, guys. We want our vibration to be as high, as positive, as open, and dwelling in possibility as much as possible in a time like this, even though the world is going crazy. We want to laugh. We want to find joy. We want to shine and wish upon our dreams and continue to create our dreams, get clarity around our vision, be, strong in who we are and what we know, even if the world isn't exactly the way we want it right now. Okay? That is your forecast for today. Please leave me a like, a share, a comment, a subscribe. Let me know what you think. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Please go vote in the deck polls over on patreon.com so that I can figure out what deck we're using to do an unboxing video. And again, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I go live. I may do a live tonight for a Corona call-in just to touch base with folks. And I hope that you guys are all doing well and having a wonderful day. I love you all. Bye-bye.